Do this if you are unable to believe. If you're unable to believe, you're using the law of attraction, you're using the secret, you're trying to attract what you want, but you feel like you just don't believe it, here's what you do. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into this video. If you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button right over there and hit the bell notification, because that's what's going to notify you for new videos. Subscribe, bell notification. Let's get right to the video. Number one, get a 3x5 index card and write down what you want on a piece of paper and carry it with you every single place that you go. The reason that you're doing this is because what you're doing is activating brain cells. When that's in your pocket and you stick your hand in your pocket, even if you don't pull it out and read it, you know it's there, and so you're activating those same brain cells over and over. What is belief? All belief really is a chemical reaction in the brain. That's all belief is. And so what happens is your brain synapses are wired in certain ways that allow them to constantly fire in certain ways, which produce certain chemicals. So your brain gets habitually wired to operate in a certain way. So if you're trying to create your dream and it seems really far out of reach, so you're trying to attract more money and to grow your business, and that seems really out of reach because it doesn't match your present reality. Your brain is wired to a certain level where that's just impossible. So it becomes very hard to implant a new idea and all of a sudden believe in it. It's the same thing with attracting love, attracting success, opportunities, anything that you want out of life. It's the same process. Your brain is wired in a certain way, so chemically it feels very hard to believe because it's not a habitual state for the brain and nervous system to operate in. And what you have to begin to do is take advantage of the way the brain works. So the way the brain is set up is that it's firing brain cells, it's firing nerve cells, and they begin to wire together when you have certain thoughts and emotional reactions repeatedly. Brain cells that fire together wire together. It's called Hebb's law. So your brain starts wiring in a certain way, and that may be reinforced for 10 or 20 years, and all of a sudden you've struggled financially for 10 or 20 years. For 10 years you've never attracted your soulmate. For 10 years you've struggled with confidence. That's wired into your brain, and chemically you're set to operate at this way, and all of a sudden you start saying one time, "Oh, I'm confident. Oh, I'm attracting more money." You don't even believe it. Why? Because you're chemically wired a certain way. It doesn't mean that that thing isn't meant to be. It just means that you have a chemical composition that's been very much set, and it takes some time to rewire it. You take the 3x5 card, you put it in you put what you want on a piece of paper in the present tense. I'm so grateful now that in the present tense, and you carry that with you everywhere you go. You're reinforcing it all the time. Just like the first time you hear a song, you don't know the words. The reason you know the song is because you're hearing it repeatedly. That causes it to sink in and become a memorized pattern. It's the same thing. You have to start to program it in that way. So that's step number one. Get a 3x5 card, write it on a piece of paper, carry it with you everywhere you go. Tape it on your steering wheel. Tape another one on your bathroom mirror so you see it the first thing in the morning. Put one in all places so you're constantly reinforcing it. After 30 days, you're going to start to be like, oh yeah, this thing is going to happen. And when you do that, you start to change the way your brain has been firing, and all of a sudden you start to attract new circumstances and situations into your life. But it takes a minute to override the past brain chemistry. Number two, realize that you don't have to believe in order to get going. See, what happens is people think they need the ideal circumstance and situation. They need life to be a certain way, and they don't have it that way, so then they say, I can't start yet. Bob Marley said, if you don't start somewhere, you're never going to get anywhere. In fact, he used a little improper grammar. He said, if you don't start somewhere, you're never gonna get nowhere. Comment that down below. If you don't start somewhere, you're never gonna get nowhere. Comment that down below. If you don't start somewhere, you're never gonna get nowhere. If you don't start somewhere, you're never gonna get nowhere. You gotta understand that what you actually want, if you're trying to accomplish what you want in life, what you actually want is to run up against the fact that you don't believe. Why? Because the thing that you want isn't the important thing anyway. That goal or that dream that you want, that's not the important thing. See, what Henry David Thoreau said it best. He said, the point of a goal isn't what you get, it's who you become in the process. So what's really going to be the value is who you become, how you grow as a person. Because wherever you go, there you are. You are your biggest asset you're ever gonna have. It's not the money you want, the love you want, the thing you want, it's you. And if you grow and you expand and you reach higher levels of your potential and you change, your life will match that. And so, the way to grow is to run up against your own limiting beliefs. And when you run up against your own limiting beliefs, you feel uncomfortable. You feel like you don't believe it. I don't think that I could possibly hit this financial goal. I don't think there's any good guys out there or good women out there for me. Oh, I don't think that I could possibly lose 25 pounds this year. Oh, I don't think I could possibly, I'm just skinny. I can't get any stronger. And we set all these parameters for ourselves, and then what happens is when you say I want something different, you run up against your mind. And it says, no. But the point of a goal isn't what you get, it's who you become in a process. So you don't need to be totally clear in your belief before you get going, or else what's the point of it anyways? There is no freaking point in it at all. The point is to grow, to expand. I didn't think that I could build an amazing community with people like you and get millions of views every single month. I didn't think I could do that when I dropped out of college as a freshman in college. And everyone told me I couldn't do it, and I got denied by publishing company after publishing company after publishing company when I wrote my first book. And somebody that was my mentor, or someone I aspired to be like, told me that I wouldn't be successful until I went back to school. I didn't go back to school, but this individual told me I needed to in order to be successful. I didn't believe that I could be where I am given all of those things. I thought that I was unintelligent. I did bad on my SATs. I always did bad in school. I thought I had learning problems. I thought all of those things. And I didn't believe that I could be doing this right now, and that my success hypnosis would have been downloaded 250,000 times. It's right there down below, jakeshypnosis.com. It's free and you can use it. That's what changed my life. I didn't know that any of those things could happen. I didn't know I'd have 3 books and they'd be in other languages. Like I got my South Korean book not too long ago. I didn't know that I'd have a book sent to my house from somewhere as far away as South Korean, and a publisher would give me money that's right next to North Korea. I didn't know that close. I didn't know they would read books like mine. I didn't know those things. And you have a bunch of dormant forces within you. You have possibilities you can't even see that are within you right now, and you're dismissing them because you're saying, well, I don't believe it and it's uncomfortable. No, that's the perfect sign. That's what you want. You're running up against your limitations of your own identity. And what happens is when you knock that wall down, you find yourself to be a greater person than you ever imagined. Dormant forces become active within you. You find yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever imagined that you could be. That's what Patanjali said. And it's true. So you don't need to have total belief something's going to work out to get going. Remember the Bob Marley quote, right? Is that you don't need, if you don't start somewhere, you're never going to get nowhere. Just ask them out. Just go start that thing. It doesn't matter. It's about you growing and you breaking out of your perceived limitations. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Pick one way to break out of your perceived limitations today. Pick one way to make yourself uncomfortable. Pick one thing today to move confidently in the direction of your dreams, even if you don't believe that it's possible yet. And what's going to happen is you're going to create belief, because belief is a muscle that grows just like these big old bag guns over here grow. They grow from what? From stretching them, from tearing them, and you grow. Your belief grows from stretching yourself and stretching your perceived limitations. So this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Make sure you download my free success hypnosis down below, jakeshypnosis.com, and start to use that for 10 minutes a day to reprogram your subconscious mind. What's going to happen is new circumstances and situations are going to come to you that are going to be matching what you want, getting rid of all the limiting belief and thought patterns that keep you attracting situations you don't want. It's jakeshypnosis.com right there down below. Hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. Comment down below. I am worthy of every single thing that I desire. Comment down below, I am worthy of every single thing that I desire. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you on the next video.